Hello, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? God bless y'all. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Um, it's always once in a while you have these little technical issues, and of course, today I'm at the moment where I'm having a little bit of technical issues, but it is what it is. I ain't mad about it. It is what it is. Can't control everything, but it is what it is. But hopefully y'all having a blessed day. Hopefully y'all having a wonderful day. Um, you having issue? I was having issues. Just hanging there with me. But hanging there with me. But it is what it is. God bless you. God bless you. We're good. We're fixing problems. And hopefully y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. Hopefully all is well. Hopefully God is good in your life. What's up, Chits for real? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you if you're on this live. Please hit that liggy like button. Please hit that subscribe button. That didn't sound right. But we here, and just for those that hopefully y'all read the title. If you didn't, if you happen to just I'm on the live. Title of this video is how are you, and that includes myself, improving your life. That's where the title of this live is about. Basically, how are you improving your life? And like I said, I include myself in that because I think Mike, what's up, Mike in the building? How you doing? God bless you. God bless you. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. If you're on this live, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. But yeah, how are you improving your life? Like I said, I include myself in that because I think every single day, as often as we can, you got to take a self-evaluation of where you at, where you go wrong, where you go right, and how to improve. How to improve. Like it's, for example, um, let's say you're a basketball. You want to be a basketball player. And you go and you want to, you may start out as, what's up, Eric? What's up? What's up? God bless you. But let's just say you trying to play basketball and you want to be a better basketball player. And you let yourself improve every single day. You go out on the field, you practice, and you decide, you know what? I'm gonna improve my game. I'm going to improve my game. I'm going to improve my game. So if I want to improve my game, I got to get out there every single day and put in the work. But there's another part of improving too, is that being able to accept when someone is trying to correct you. Unless someone's trying to correct you. Meaning that, you might think you have it all together, but you also want to be corrected. You want to be open-minded to be for correction. It happens every single day. So for me personally, and that's why I asked the question, how are you improving your life? And that sometimes improving your life is actually can be help improving someone else's, which makes you become a less selfish, meaning that everything is about you. But before I get too far into this, I want to talk about this story that someone sent me that I was actually reading. And it's about a guy in Charleston, South Carolina. He's a principal of a school named Henry Darden. And to not make a big long story short, it's not really a long story, but The story is for this particular guy is that he took a job at Walmart and worked overnight 3 days a week, 8-hour shifts, not for himself, but so that he can take that money and donate it to help the students of the school with certain things like paying bills and dealing with everyday life costs, helping them with their tuition and stuff. And I think that this guy, Charleston, I mean, it was at Charleston High School, but this guy, Henry Darby, stories like that don't always get told. And that to me is that's an amazing story. I mean, in light of that, people found out he ended up raising $100,000. Walmart was where he worked at, found out about what he was doing, and also contributed $50,000 to this story. And this is what I mean by how are you improving your life? Now this guy going to work. I mean, he's a principal of a school, but he also going to work part-time at Walmart. But what he's doing is not just improving his life, but it's improving the lives of others. Also, when you look at that story and you say, man, this guy is he's an honorable person. Like, he's honorable person, meaning that he's doing something that's very unselfish for someone else. For someone else. Other people. He's probably helping people that he don't even know he's helping. But that's what I mean by sometimes self-improvement don't always mean you're just working on you. Sometimes it's also helping to better your community, better your life, someone else's life, your neighborhood, and everything. What are we doing as an individual to sometimes improve the lives of others as we try to improve the life of ourselves? And that's on a day-to-day basis. I remember a preacher one long time ago, and he said to me, if everybody was a giver, who would go without? And I had to think about that. That was a strong statement. If everybody was given, who would go without? The more people become unselfish, the more the need for others will be met. Yes. Word up, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. That right there, I agree 100%. And just saying hello to people that you don't know. Sometimes that actually helps you and for you to self-improve just as much as it might help that person for that day, because that person, up until the point that they crossed your path, no one might even say good morning, hello, how are you, or anything. That person might be feeling like no one cares about their life particularly, but you thought it was necessary or whatever to just say a kind word as to hello. And that's the point that I'm trying to make here, is that sometimes you got to look at it that way. You got to look at it as self-improvement is not just self-improving you, but it's also helping to improve the lives of others, those that may be close to you. Joyce, how you doing? God bless you. Welcome in, welcome in. And yes, happy Easter. Happy Easter. Same to you and everyone else on this live. Definitely happy Easter. But and that is the point that I'm trying to make. Self-improvement. And I also, when you look at that as it relates to your walk with Christ, right? Your walk with Christ is an extension of that. Is this an extension of self-improvement, wanting to be better, wanting to represent God the best way you know how, wanting to have a stronger relationship with God, so that He will show you where you need to be improved at, and where we gonna always have to improve. We'll never meet the standard of God, but He can reveal to you the necessaries that you need to improve on. Sometimes where you're not paying attention to it yourself. Sometimes we get so caught up in what we think in our minds and And sometimes God has to bring something in our path and say, yeah, you're going to ignore this, huh? You're not even going to try to fix it. You're just going to keep ignoring it like it don't exist. And that's what I mean by that. And, so my encouragement is to everyone that's on this live and anyone that comes on this live later, we should always evaluate ourselves as much as we often can. Don't be to the point where we think we got it all together, because we don't. We know. And the other thing is, don't put standards on other people that you don't put on yourself. And that is a hard one. That to me is a very hard one. And what I mean by that is, sometimes we know we're doing someone else. We're not doing what we could be doing. But we'll just still keep talking about what we think someone else should be doing. But it's still ignoring the thing that we should be doing, and know we should be doing it, but for whatever reason we just don't. It doesn't matter. It'd be something as simple as, you should pick up that pencil over there. How many times you gonna walk past that pencil? Meanwhile, we don't walk past 10 pencils and we haven't picked not one of them up because we're so really worried about that person who did not pick up that pencil. That's the point that I'm trying to make. None of us got it all together. We all need to self-improve. Every time, every day, all day. Not just ourselves. I think that's an extension of ourselves, our neighborhood, community, family, people around you, people you care about, some people you don't even know. And I think that the more we adapt that type of behavior, the better we will be, the better our neighborhoods will be, the better our communities will be. And, and it will give less space to evil. Outlaw, my brother, how you doing? God bless you. Yes, Jesus Christ has risen. And he is alive today, the same as he was then. We just don't see the physical. But we always see the signs and the wonders. And yes, my brother, Jesus Christ is alive and well. And if anybody on this live don't know him, you might want to jump on board, because you're missing out on a whole lot. Number one, eternal life. That's all I'm saying. The gift of eternal life. So if you on this live and you don't have Jesus Christ, like my man Outlaw clearly pointed out, he's risen. He's overcome death. Why? So that you can have an opportunity to return to Christ and have a relationship with God and get to spend eternity with him. Man. Outlaw, only thing I caught out there was the wind. And a slight cold. But it's all good, man. It's all good. I didn't expect to catch anything, but it was beautiful, man. The weather was wonderful. The atmosphere was wonderful. I could have stayed out there for longer than I did. I left probably about 15 minutes after I got off that live, but it was wonderful, man. I know you fish too, so you probably understand just as much as I do. It ain't always about did I catch or not catch. Just being there in that atmosphere, enjoying life, appreciating the blessing that God bestowed upon us, man. And it was wonderful. And it was actually quite entertaining up there. At the end of that, it was two brothers out there that they started not fighting, but they was arguing with each other. And it was hilarious, man. So I enjoyed myself, man. I know I didn't catch nothing. I ain't catch nothing, but it's all good. There's some days I go out there Outlaw and I catch a lot. Like I can't get the lines in there fast enough. I fish with my two rods, and by the time I get the one, the next one got something more, and the next one I'll be back and forth. But it'll be an active day, so you just don't know there. It's like any way you go fishing. You can do all the right things and still catch nothing. But I hope you're doing well, brother. Chris, for real. Hopefully all of y'all are doing well. Joyce, hopefully you're doing well. But in a nutshell, that was, that's where I felt like I wanted to go today. Just saying, being aware of self and self-improving, having your relationship with God, helping him to show you where we go right and where we go wrong. Making sure that we are, not so caught up in ourselves that we forget that, there's, like, in the sense of what Outlaw said, um, we all need Christ. Like, it doesn't matter. And I'll be the first to tell you that I ain't got it all together. And I know, but one thing I do, and I know for 100% that Jesus Christ is real. That is never, that one thing right there, I am 100% confident in, is that Jesus Christ and what he did on that cross, and he's alive and well today as the day that he was, before he even went to that cross. I know for a fact that Jesus Christ rose from the dead. I feel his presence, and it's unlike any presence you'll ever feel in your life. And that's real talk. Can't speak to no one else's experience. I can only speak to my own when it comes to that. And you've never been touched until you've been touched by the hand of God. And you will definitely know the difference. But, that was what I wanted to kind of get into. Was just, yes, Joyce, Jesus saves. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something, man. And a lot of times when we look at our relationship with Christ, and, and we look at it, and, God is graceful, man. And his mercy, it endures forever, man. If I always look at my own life. I try not to be so. I look at my own life and I see how much God's grace and mercy have brought me through, and I thank God he did not reward me according to my behavior. Yeah, man, Outlaw. Listen, my brother, I have never. Listen, this is my bucket list. I want to go hunting. I've never been hunting a day in my life. I kid you not. And I know you probably saying that's impossible, but I am not lying. I have never been hunting in my day in my life. And I have every desire and every ambition and everything in me saying, I'm going to go. Yeah, but I definitely want to go hunting, man. And I watch a lot of hunting shows, and I just be, but I just know. And listen, I live in the state of Pennsylvania, so there is hunting here. I just never ever made the time, made the schedule, went through the process to set something aside to go hunting. But everything, I want to go hunting. Honestly, I want to go hunt wild boar. I don't know why I want to do that, but that's what I want to go do. I could have probably went hunting for deer and stuff, but I just never did. For some reason, my crazy soul wanted to go straight to a wild boar. I don't know why, but maybe, but I definitely, man. But I do understand it, and I see it, because I'll sit there and watch hunting shows all day long, and it will never come off those channels of people hunting and stuff, and I just be sitting there like a hater, like, man, I can't wait till I go, but then I get caught up in this, and caught up in that, and caught up in this, and caught up in that. And then, I mean, I don't want to go by myself. So I'm like, but, I don't have a lot of people that I maybe have one or two people that I know that possibly hunted at some point or another. But yeah, that's where I'm at. But yeah, that's where I'm at. And it's like, I know, excuse me, but this cake is good. And so once in a while I get greedy. Oh yeah. I know, like I said, I never hunted. I don't know why I want to hunt wild boar. I've seen horror stories, but my dumb behind still wants to get in the pack of out there where they at. But it looks like fun. So if I ever get a chance, I'm definitely gonna go. Hopefully, I get the videotape it. Hopefully, I get to actually video it, all of the activity as much as possible, and so y'all can see me make a fool of myself. Which I'm cool with that. I don't care. I don't embarrass very easily. I used to when I was younger. Now it don't even matter. So, but yeah, that's self improvement and stuff like that. And I just wanted to get on there and kind of elaborate that for those that's on this live. at about 11:30. I'm gonna be on Bone Crusher Live. I know some of y'all probably know who Jose is, Jose Garcia, because he's on my live a lot, and it's his wife's business, which is top to bottom hair and skincare. They be on my live a lot. He's gonna be doing a live later on at 12:30. Um, about basically real estate and stuff like that. I have experience in that field too. He probably may have more details about it than that, but I have experience. We're gonna do a live together. Then we might run into some technical issues because both of us are figuring a lot of this stuff out too. But if you guys are on this live and you're not doing nothing at that time, please check in um, with him with us later on at 12:30. So I'm actually going to probably cut this live a little short because I know I'm going to come back so that I can get on his live and we'll have everything up and running and correct and there won't be no issues with it. But that's what the topic is going to be about, is just about real estate, investing in real estate. We might branch off to some other subjects because you don't really know where you're going to go with all that. But that's basically in a nutshell what it's going to be about. Hopefully y'all check in, listen to the live, and hopefully you get something out of it, maybe some influence on there and stuff like that. Real estate is a vicious market, I know personally. Joyce, I don't know where are you at a pack of wild boars? In what state? And there y'all go right there. Jay just came in. Brother Jay just came in, but yeah, and I was just letting Jay. I was just letting them know. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. But I just wanted to let y'all know that at 12:30 we supposed to be hooking up, and he's on the live right now with his YouTube channel, and we're gonna get into some he's gonna get into real estate. I'm gonna get into real estate. Um, and we're gonna share our experiences basically of well the pros and cons of real estate from his angle, some from my angle, and we'll go from there and we'll see how that goes. So if you guys on this live and you haven't followed his YouTube page, please check him out. Please go follow his YouTube page. Jay sent you in there when you get it, if you can. Put the link into your YouTube page just in case there's somebody in here that actually haven't been following you that might want to get on there. At least they'll be connected to both pages just in case. But definitely, he's very smart brother, funny, very funny. See, this is where I know it's gonna go. All right, we both grown men, of course, but we joke. So if you're on there, you if you come on there, you're probably gonna get a laugh or two out of there too. So we're gonna try to keep it subject focused, but I can tell you, I'm almost gonna tell y'all it's probably gonna go a little bit left field, a little bit here and there, but no, it's all good, bro. It's all good, Jay. It's all good. But no, it's all good. Yeah, no, Jay, you fish like I fish. So when someone says that, my brain already went to knowing what you were talking about. Yeah, I already knew what you was talking about. Okay, Joyce, Arkansas. Yeah, I want to go hunting so bad. Like, I want to hunt wild boar. I want to go hunt wild boar. And I'm taking. I'm sorry, this one with me. Well, I'm gonna take probably both of them, but that's my baby right there. But yeah, if you haven't followed Jay's channel, yeah, I'm eating. I don't care. I'm normal here. If you haven't followed Jay's channel, he just put it up there on his YouTube in the chat. Bone Crusher. Please follow him. That way you be connected to both channels. You come in on his side or however way this works out. But I really don't know. It don't matter to me. I just, I like the brother. We met through this YouTube thing, but I think he's a real good down to earth brother. I'm not trying to say I'm judgmental because I'm not, but I'm very selective. Like people that I kind of try to feel so much energy, man, and I like his energy. I think he's a cool brother, down to earth. Thank you, George. Appreciate you subscribing to his page. Appreciate him. I'm quite sure what he does. He'll probably put it in the chat. But and it's people like this, people like Jay, and I don't know his whole life. I mean, we met kind of this, but it's people like this that some like Jay and a lot of other people that we need to exhort a little bit higher instead of some of these crazy people out here, because we got a lot of people that want to promote this, promote that. They so adamant about likes and clicks and stuff like that. Listen, we all here for that reason, but here's the thing: if I can't get on here and provide somebody with some type of substance, a meaningful, a positive, or something like that, what's the point of me doing it? And that's just how I feel about it. I'm not here to try to downgrade somebody or this and that and that. Yes, I go in on the Democratic Party, but I have my reasons why I go in it, because I just don't like what they've been doing to the community, which is the Black African American community. I don't like it. So in that instance, yeah, I'm going to point that out, and I'm going to do what I need to do to try to provoke them to stop doing what they're doing to the community, and to make the world aware as much as possible of what I really see that is kind of hidden in the scene and coming off as if they're being virtuous when they're really not. So yes, I do that. But I'm just saying in a nutshell is that, if I, sometimes you'll hear me get on here, I'll talk about gun content, I'll talk about Second Amendment, I'll talk about real estate. I don't get that deep into real estate, but that's why I'm glad Jay jumped in on it. That's just a stronger point for him than probably it is for me. I'll talk about investment, I'll talk about the stock market. And then sometimes I get on here and I'll talk about God, life, everything else, and offer some type of variations of subjects that I feel that necessary. So I don't feel like if I'm gonna just get on here and just talk about one subject or try to browbeat everybody, I don't want to be that type of person, and I'm trying to avoid that. So if y'all see me changing my subjects around, it's intentional. It's not, yeah, I love politics and I talk about politics and stuff like that, but I don't want to be a one-dimensional person when I come to YouTube and share my thoughts and share my pattern. If the Ron opinion don't matter, is that, yes, I'm giving you my opinion, and I'm giving you the option and choice to say whether it matters to you or not. Because it might not matter to you. It might matter to somebody else. And it's just my opinion, my viewpoints on certain issues and certain things. And that's why I try not to, when I see people that come on my live and don't like what I'm saying and try to be critical and stuff like that, I try to let them have that space. There is a point where I'll just cut them out and say, okay, now you're just going sideways with it. And I'll just, okay. But for the most part, when when they come in and they try to criticize and call names and stuff like that, some of that I'll even let slide. But at some point I'll be like, nah. All right, enough is enough. But, before I get off this live, because I am going to get off very, very soon, but before I get off this live, again, check Jay's channel out. Please try to come back and see what's going on and get a part of, getting involved, and hopefully y'all get something out of this, information-wise, whatever case may be. But, I wanted out, as it relates to this country, and this is what I wanted to get into before I get off this live, is that as it relates to the United States of America and this country, it is my heart's prayers that we come together as a people. Like, doesn't matter what your skin color is. I really hope that we get to the point where we really dismantle that notion of skin color, and we just get to the point where we just care and love each other the way Martin Luther King said is by your character, your content of your character. Now, I mean, who you are as an individual, how you are, how you carry yourself, and we can get past the skin color. And that's just a prayer of mine. And that, and I hope that the people that come to my live that support on a regular basis, and I believe that y'all probably like-minded too, is that, that we can get past that part of it. And I think that, with platforms like mine and platforms like Jay and Outlaw and people like that, the more they see us come together, the more they will want to be a part of Just For Real, Mike in the Building, people like that. And then more people will be more inclined to want to, if you see a lot of good people and you a mess and you gonna feel some kind of way. It's like, man, I want to be a part of that. That's heavy right there. That's real good stuff. And that's the type of jealousy I would love to provoke in other people that don't want to do the right thing and say, man, there's so many people doing right that I don't want to be a part of the people that's doing wrong. I want to be a part of that because that means something. And hopefully through that, they want to have a better, if they don't have a relationship with God, they get a relationship with God. And in that relationship that they get with God, they want to improve their life and become a better person like we all do. None of us want to be exactly what we was. We're trying to improve. We want to get close to God as we possibly can. We want to self-improve, help each other to improve. And it's all beautiful. And with that said, I'm going to get up out of here. That is true, Jay. In a lot of ways, that is very true. But I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. Jay, hit me up so we can start working on this because I don't know. I hope we don't screw this up. Yes, they would, and I hope I wanted to get off this live so that me and Jay can get to work, and hopefully we don't screw this up. But y'all have a blessed, wonderful day, and we'll check in a little bit. Make sure y'all come back. God bless y'all.